Okay, now it's me on crafting a paradigm for paradox research. Some choices are simple. One is right, one's wrong, but many aren't like that. My research topic is senior people in organizations who juggle paradoxes like short versus long-term goals and growth versus sustainability. One half of the paradox fights the other, but it's desirable to treat both sides the same because they're equally valid. Desirable, but hard. I began my inquiry with the optimism of a positivist. I was going to solve all paradoxes. But one feature of a PhD is that it makes you less ambitious, or rather, more practical. The first of my chosen paradigms is critical theory, because it helps me to see why organizations find it so hard to give equal status to both sides of a paradox. Organizations long to be predictable, as do their leaders, and for some good sound reasons, like keeping their investors or their staff happy. Paradoxes are hard for all organizations, all managers, and interestingly, many academics. Critical theory is valuable because it unpacks things. It's also problematic. Like the managerialism it criticizes, it looks for a single objective truth. And so, like managerialism, it focuses on one side of a paradox, not both. By tending to ignore the contradiction, both approaches create order for now and store up trouble for later. Libraries are bursting with critical research on managers failing to balance a paradox. But more than ever, I think we need to understand how they can do it well. From Israel's paradox of peace versus security, it would love both but feels compelled to choose, to Amber Rudd's immigration paradox, to the middle manager trying to get the right balance with empowerment. How do you delegate well when it's your career on the line if it all goes wrong? Back to our fondness for predictability. For managers to balance paradoxes successfully, they also need to reconcile two competing worldviews: the organizational one that seems orderly and predictable, and the messy, paradoxical one that forces them to make it up as they go along. I need a research approach that's less concerned about which of these worldviews is right. So I've also been using the interpretivist paradigm, borrowing from a brilliant psychoanalyst called Jacques Lacan. He explored the mechanisms like fantasy that allow humans to cope with unpredictability. Every research paradigm is useful, but not for every research job. And as with every human endeavor, it's good to be vigilant about its limitations. What qualifies as evidence should always be carefully debated by everyone, including positivists. And critical theorists should check in the mirror in case they can no longer think about management without their lip curling like they're a Sex Pistol. Paradigms are also a window on us, not just the external world we study. Thank you.